Alrighty. What is going on, everybody? Sorry I am technically an hour and a half late, but shit happens and you move on. With that being said, welcome, everybody. Welcome to this live stream. Hopefully, everybody is having a fantastical night. Hopefully, you guys had a great day as well. Ooh, allergies are fucking with me right now. But as you can see by the title of this live stream and also the banner in the thing, we're going to be talking about Florida State here. But I do have to step away for a quick second. Looks like we got a viewer. Do have to step away for a quick second. Be right. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Had to use the bathroom and blow my nose. So, like I was saying before, this is Florida State versus the world. Honestly, I might change the title of the banner to Hey CJ, what's up CJ? Welcome to the stream. Thank you, brother. Give me a second while I change the banner. Delete. All right, create banner. All right. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. What's up, CJ? How is everything going on with you? Oh, cracked the hell out of my neck right there. Yeah, we're gonna wait for a few more minutes for a few more people to come up into the live stream or the comment section. Well, that's good, CJ. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I saw that you guys hired somebody from Duke, and then I also seen that Jeff Collins got hired as the defensive coordinator for North Carolina. Oh my God! I wonder if Pitt plays North Carolina next year. I'm pretty sure we do, and if we do, then we should be able to beat North Carolina. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Oh, drink of water. So basically, this is Florida State versus the ACC and the NCAA. And honestly, this whole situation between Florida State and the world of college football, if you want to call it that, it's just pretty much become a shit show, a circus, a big media scrum, I guess you want to call it. And Florida State, honestly, I don't know what's going through the minds of the Florida State Athletic Department, along with the Board of Trustees and all that stuff, since it is a state university. But on the 21st of December of last year, the Board of Directors called an emergency meeting for the following day to discuss possibilities of ways they could break the grant of rights and lessen what they have to pay when they exit. So pretty much Florida State is acknowledging that they're going to have to pay something to exit the ACC. And the thing that is a little bit weird to me is originally Florida State estimated that it would cost them over $500 million, so over $500 million in total to leave the ACC if they were to have to pay the full amount when it comes to the grant of rights. I think it's $120 million fee they would have to pay to the ACC. And here's the thing: do I think Florida State has legitimate complaints when it comes to the ACC and the grant of rights? Absolutely. To be honest, absolutely. They definitely do. But how they're handling it is making them seem like a bunch of big ass fucking kids. And CJ, I do believe they were snubbed from the playoffs, but also I think Georgia proved why they would have got their ass whooped in the playoffs. Now, I know they didn't have Jordan Travis and he would have been injured, but I still think Georgia would have absolutely dominated Florida State, even if Florida State was at full strength. Hey, Chester, welcome, 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 Chester. So I still think Florida State would have gotten dominated by Georgia, even if they were at full strength and whatnot. Let's say all of Florida State's players decided to play in the game. Georgia would have still whooped their ass. So, did they get snubbed? Absolutely. Should it matter to them? Yes, it should. Would they have succeeded in the playoffs? No. No. And Florida State fans are going to be sitting there like, well, if we were in the playoffs and we were at full strength, we'd beat every single team in the playoffs. No, you wouldn't. It took you overtime to beat Boston College. You would have got your ass whooped in the playoffs. I promise you that, especially without Jordan Travis. Rodemaker, I don't know why Florida State fans are so high on him. Rodemaker's trash. But anyway, Florida State is originally estimating the cost to leave the ACC at over $500 million. And honestly, a lot of it does stem, the lawsuit that Florida State is bringing against the ACC does stem from Florida State being left out of the college football playoffs. But here's the thing. I don't necessarily see how that's the ACC's fault. It's not like the ACC really selects who goes to the playoffs and who doesn't. You need to be mad at the college football playoff selection committee. I think that's whatever they call it. So suing the ACC over that and the grant of rights, honestly, seems like Florida State doesn't have their priorities mixed where they should be. Because here's the thing, Florida State, you want to leave the easiest conference in college football because you want to make $10 million extra dollars, which, I mean, hey, $10 million extra dollars, go get your money. But Florida State is in the easiest conference out of all the Power 5 conferences. And they could very well easily take over like Clemson did and like Florida State did prior. But Florida State is just like Miami. They waste talent. And Florida State, this is their best year in 10 years, and they think they run the conference. Let me remind you who's the only other team outside of Clemson and Florida State to win the conference. Yeah, CJ, I heard about that a few weeks ago. DJ Ukulele is at Florida State now. So he goes from Clemson to Oregon State to Florida State. I'm not saying he isn't going to succeed at Florida State because I do believe they have, talent that he can surround himself with. And it's not like Florida State doesn't have decent coaches, because they do. But Florida State is just like Miami. They waste a lot of the talent they end up bringing in. But hey, we'll save that conversation for another day. So, back to the topic at hand. I honestly felt bad at first for Florida State and their fan base whenever all this crap started going down, especially with them getting snubbed out of the playoffs. Hey, look, you can hate Florida State and their fans all you want, but they did get snubbed, and that's the end of the story. You can't dispute that they didn't get snubbed. I don't understand how you can go 13-0 and still not make the college football playoffs. Nobody can sit there and tell me that political bullshit wasn't a factor. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the live stream. But here's the reason why I no longer feel bad for Florida State and their fan base. You guys have been the biggest dickheads ever since you got snubbed. Even people who are sitting there agreeing with you that you got snubbed, you guys are being outright assholes to, including me. I agreed you guys got snubbed. And then the only thing you guys can do is talk trash on us, saying, well, you went 3-9. Your opinion is invalid. First of all, Pitt leads the series over Florida State. That's number one. Number two, Pittsburgh is the only team to win the conference other than Florida State and Clemson in the last 10 plus years. Pittsburgh definitely 100% has a say-so in anything that goes on with the ACC. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I know we're not a founding member of the ACC. We've been in the ACC for 10 years. But hey, we've done in 10 years what Miami still has yet to do in 20 years. 20 plus years, I might add. If there's anybody who doesn't have a say-so in this, Miami doesn't. What's up, John Christophic? Welcome to the live stream. But to sit up there and say Pitt doesn't have a say-so and then to pretty much disrespect the people who are trying to support you, this is why Florida State fans, everyone's trash-talking you guys right now. Because honestly, you're acting like Ohio State fans. You're acting like a bunch of big bitches. Literally, you guys are just like Ohio State fans, right? We give you support, you treat us like trash. So, I mean, that's why nobody likes you guys right now. Like, I'm just being straight up. And then you want to sit there and say, well, you know, if we were at full strength, we would have beat Georgia, blah, blah, blah. You got beat down by Georgia's backups. You got beat down by Georgia's backups. 63-3, which is the worst bowl loss in college football history. A 60-point bowl loss is the worst in bowl history. Oh, well, those are meaningless games. And honestly, I really hate it when people sit up there and say they're meaningless games. They're not meaningless games. Tell that to the players that are on the field playing in that bowl game. Are you going to sit there and say, hey, well, this game doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless. They're going to turn around and probably clock you. Oh, they definitely should have been in the playoffs, Christophic. However, I no longer feel bad that they got left out. Honestly, the way their fan base is acting, the way their university is acting, it's no wonder they got left out. And then a couple days ago, let me look at my notes right here. A couple days ago, on the 12th, the NCAA levied significant penalties on Florida State for program recruiting. They levied penalties on the Florida State football program for NIL recruiting violations. So here's basically what happened. Florida State assistant coach and offensive coordinator Alex Athens committed 2 Level 2 NCAA violations, alleging he drove a prospect and his parents to a meeting with an NIL booster. It is also alleged that both coach and a booster encouraged prospect to enroll at Florida State with a promise of $15,000 a month and NIL allotment. The NCAA said Athens will be suspended the first 3 games of 2024, and if he is to be hired anywhere else, he's on what's called a 2-year show cause. Basically, anybody who hires him within the NCAA has to explain why to the board of directors with the NCAA. So I don't know if they lose scholarships or anything of that nature. To be honest, guys, I didn't see that. So I don't know if Florida State is going to lose any scholarships or anything like that. But the offensive coordinator is suspended for the first 3 games of the 2024 season. And this is actually big. I don't think people understand how this is probably going to affect the NIL going forward. Now that the NCAA has finally put their foot down, what are other schools going to do to make sure they don't get caught up into some bullshit? You know, what sneaky ways are they going to try to get away with it? I mean, because even I know that people have been, or should I say, universities or people associated with universities have tampered with players in the past before. Honestly, I heard about tampering years ago, even before I started covering college football, and even before I became a full-blown Pitt fan. Like, I've only been a Pitt fan for about, 10 years because I never enjoyed college football up until about 10 years ago. And I love my city. I love the city of Pittsburgh, and I love my Pittsburgh Panthers, so that's why I'm a Pitt fan. Now, I've been a Green Bay Packers fan since I was very young. I didn't know college football existed when I was a kid. I was stuck on the Green Bay Packers and Reese Cups. That was me when I was a kid. But yeah, ladies and germs, this is going to have a big impact on the NIL. And I do think this is going to start forcing people to make rules and regulations when it comes to NIL. And when I mean make rules and regulations outside of the NCAA. Because if there's actual football programs out there trying to legitimately tamper with other players from other schools, they need to be punished. They really do. And honestly, what I wish coaches would stop doing is saying, well, this school did this to this player. This school did that to that player. Like, why don't you actually start naming names? But I also thought to myself, well, if people start getting outed, how does that affect the kid whose scholarship may be in jeopardy at that time? So you gotta sit there and figure that out too. But I still wish people would start naming names when it comes to this whole, oh, he's tampering, or they're tampering, or they're whatever. Oh man, some good high quality H2O. But this whole thing between Florida State and the ACC, it's honestly, it's become a shit show. But I also heard from somebody on YouTube, can't remember the guy's name, that Florida State may have a way to back out of the grant of rights. Clemson and Florida State apparently may have discovered a loophole in the grant of rights. Gesundheit. I actually needed that, though. Whew, I can breathe. But yeah, apparently Clemson and Florida State might have found a loophole. Now, the contract is until 2036. However, there's supposed to be something in the middle of that contract that states that if they don't extend it until 2036, then teams may be able to leave the conference without having to pay an exit fee. Um, that's why I didn't start the live stream whenever I wanted to, because I was watching that video. What I need to do is go back on that video and take some notes and write it down and see what's going on with that. But yeah, everybody, that's basically it for the whole Florida State versus the ACC slash NCAA shit show. The video that I posted a day or two ago of me singing Loser Road instead of Country Roads has been making its way on Twitter. And I love it, honestly. Look, guys, I know I film my videos in my basement. It looks like a fucking dungeon, all right? It looks like a fucking cellar where I got a whole bunch of bodies stashed in here, which I don't. But this is a basement. It does look like a decrepit cellar. And the thing is, I could very well film videos upstairs. The reason why I don't film videos upstairs is because when I did, I wasn't getting views. But when I came down here and filmed my videos here, people, had something to make fun of me for, I guess. I guess if I'm serious, nobody takes me seriously. I guess if I'm presenting myself as a low-life jackass, that's when people want to view my channel. So this is why I film my videos down here. Also, for the numerous emails and questions that I've gotten on my channel, am I a pothead? Yes. If you can't tell by the weed stickers on my wall behind me, then you're blind as hell. Now, the reason why I don't talk about it on this channel is because I'm trying to stay professional. I'm trying to keep that aspect of my life away from this part of YouTube. Now, it's not something I consume every single day, but I am a pothead. I do advocate for medical cannabis and cannabis that, help people in the long run. I'm all for healing. That's what I'm all for. So I just don't talk about it on this channel much or at all. So I can try to keep that away from here. And also just in case that somehow ruins my chance of monetization. So yes. Also, it has come to my attention from somebody that follows me on Twitter that follows John Blue Waffle. Apparently, he's going around and telling people that I threatened his mother. At no point in time did I ever threaten his mother. At no point in time did his mother even come across as a thought in my brain. And at no time have we ever gotten into an argument or a discussion or a disagreement where either of us have brought each other's family into the argument. He hasn't done it to me. I haven't done it to him. So I don't know where that's coming from. And most people don't believe him. Most people don't. Because most people know who I am. I'm not going to talk about your family unless you talk about mine. And I'll say the word shit if you talk about my family. That's just how it is. I don't care if it makes me look bad. You're not going to sit there and get away with saying disrespectful shit about my children and my family without me retaliating. But, John Waffle, if you're out there listening to this, make no mistake about it. If you keep dragging my name through the mud for no reason, I'll drag your ass straight to hell. And you can take that as a threat if you want. I never said anything about your mother. I don't want to. I don't need to. I don't have the urge to. Hell, even West Virginia fans don't even pull that shit on me. So, but it is what it is. I mean, you're the pathetic one who has a banner picture on your Twitter profile of a screenshot of me blocking you. So that should really tell you how pathetic you really are. That I'm on your mind 24/7. And the fact that you're a Michigan fan as well, John Waffle, you're a Michigan fan. You're not a real Pitt fan. You're a casual college football fan. Look, you can't root for two different college football teams and then call yourself a diehard. Nah, bro. You may have graduated from Pitt, but you're a fraud. Sad thing is, I work in a bar and I make more money than you. But anyway, guys, thank you all for stopping by on this live stream. Didn't really have a time limit on how long I wanted to stay live for this live stream. But sports highlights, Christophic, CJ, and Chester, thank you all for stopping by on this live stream. It was great seeing everybody here. You will see me in the next couple of days with another video. Let's see, which one do I want to start working on next? Top 5 most surprising college football teams of 23. Top 5 most disappointing college football teams of 2023. The funny thing is, I already have Pitt at number 1. Eat shit, Pitt. Oh, man. I've already completed half the list for the most surprising football team. I don't know if that is a video I want to do next or not. I don't know. Got plenty of topics right now with college football. Hell, I could even do college basketball videos. But I'm not familiar with basketball and its terminology, so I'll even sound more like an idiot than I already do. I mean, because everyone knows on YouTube that I'm the biggest moron. Anyway, guys, thank you all for stopping by. I'll catch you later, alligator. And see you next time.